place where we live, the Indian subcontinent. Most of the Muslims here are Muslims by born. Just because a person is born in a Muslim family doesn't make him or her a Muslim. The first condition of being a Muslim is to have faith in the oneness of Allah. It doesn't matter to Allah that whether someone is believing Him or not. But after surrendering to Allah, one cannot worship another deity. We have to understand that once we have surrendered to Almighty Allah, we cannot worship another deity. Now let's hear an ayat from the Quran. A group of you He guided, and a group deserved to be in error. Indeed, they had taken the devils as allies instead of Allah, while they thought that they were guided. Surah Araf, verse number 30. Now brothers, we think of ourselves as true Muslims, but we have taken the Saitan as our guardian. But this is not possible. We cannot follow the both of them together. We need to follow Allah or Saitan. The Quran states that, or they have deities who have ordained for them a religion to which Allah has not consented. But if not for the deceived word, it would have been concluded between them. And indeed, the wrongdoers will have a painful punishment. Surah Shura, verse number 21. Here are minds, Shaitan, power, money, anything can take the place of Allah. But we cannot worship our mind after saying La ilaha illallah. For example, Allah ordered us to pray, but mind tells us to do it later. Here the mind is taking the place of Allah. Allah tells us again to obey our parents, and here we see our minds, they motivate us that we should listen to whatever we wish. That the mind tells us that you don't have to obey your parents. Do whatever you desire. And this does not just happen for these cases. There are thousands and thousands of more cases. For example, we see that it is ordered in the Holy Quran for us to fast. But minds, they tell us, no need. Now we need to make a decision that whom will we pray? Allah or our minds or the Shaitan? Here if we worship our minds or the Shaitan, then we don't need to abide by the rules and regulations. We don't need to pray, listen to our backdated parents, wear decent clothes or have halal food. In one word, we can gain an independent life by worshipping the Shaitan. Now if we want to become a true Muslim, then we can never go against the scripture of Allah. But if we commit sin by mistake, we can do tawbah even if it is for 100 times, even if it is for 1,000 times, even it is for 1,000,000,000 times. Allah is oft forgiving, but tawbah is only for unintentional mistakes. Tawbah is not for mistakes that are done intentionally. Here the Quran says, and whoever is blinded from the remembrance of the most merciful, we appoint for him a devil, and he is to him a companion. Surah Zukhruf, verse 36. So from now onwards, we need to take only that decision which will please Almighty Allah. We cannot listen to our minds. We cannot just do whatever we want. We need to abide by the laws of Allah. It may cause us pain, but brothers, this pain, this is temporary. That is, we have option A and option B in front of us, and it is our wish that will we choose Allah or not. We can again listen to that verse from the Quran in Surah Araf at number 30, that a group of you He guided, and a group deserved to be in error. Indeed, they had taken the devils as allies instead of Allah, while they thought that they were guided.